So recently I put out a video about, what would happen between Benoit and Charles, and about how there's rumors going around that Benoit is going to fight Charles, and a fight between the two is in the works. But there's also two other potential guys. There's a third one too. I talked about Arman being the guy. If I was a matchmaker for the UFC, I'd be putting Arman with Charles, instead of any one of these other three guys. But overall, Dan Hooker and Max Holloway could potentially be, next up for Charles, because Charles needs a dance partner and Fiziev is out. If so, I'll go over, which matchup is more likely, and then I'll go over who wins all the matchups. But, out of all three of these guys, I think Benoit is the most likely to fight the guy, just especially because there's already rumors of the fight being worked out. But if Dan was to fight Charles, I see Charles probably submitting Dan. If Charles fights Max, I see Charles still submitting Max. I feel like Charles is just really sneaky with how he pulls guard, and how how he uses little tips and tricks to get fighters who may not be the best grapplers to the ground. And I feel like Dan Hooker and Max Holloway are examples of fighters who may not be the best grapplers, but who are really tough strikers. With Benoit, he's a bit more tricky on the ground, so it's not a really easy win for Charles, but I think it would still end up being a win for Charles. The only guy who I think beats Charles is not on this list. It's Arman, and I spoke about the Arman matchup previously, so you know how I feel about that one. But overall, these are all still viable options, and whoever Charles fights, I think it'll still be a good fight. Overall, you let me know what you think.